Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the ABA Coffee in the Park. My name is Cam Milliken, and I'm here with my co-host extraordinaire, the amazing Jennifer Herrick, the Executive Director of the Atchison Business Association. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, Cam. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing great. The sun is shining. It's warm outside. What a beautiful day.
It sure is.
Yep, the weather just feels wonderful, and it's probably going to stay till, well, hopefully till April, but I doubt it. But hey, what a great day today.
Absolutely.
Hey, tell us about some important people.
Well, we would like to thank our gold corporate sponsors, which include the MyShack Group of Companies, Genix, and of course, Parkland County. Without these individual businesses, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, so thank you very much to all of them.
Thank you is right. We appreciate it, and we want to let you know that we are coming to you from the Wall Coffee Roasters in the heart of beautiful downtown Atchison. That's right. So if you hear some noises in the background, maybe some coffee whirring things going on, children screaming, that kind of stuff, it's because we're doing this right in the coffee shop.
And Cam, you know what? People should get down here.
I know.
Well, not only for the regular coffee, but for those special holiday drinks.
That's right. Michael has some excellent Christmas drinks that are absolutely amazing.
He does.
Plus, I'm going to say, I think that Michael's coffee would be something really awesome to use in some stocking stuffers.
100% great stocking stuffer gifts.
Coffee, gift cards, all that kind of stuff. So, hey, just something for you to think about, but come on down to the Wall Coffee Roasters in the heart of beautiful downtown Atchison. And Jennifer, any announcements we want to make before we get started today?
Well, we have our Christmas campaign.
Yes.
So, for over 19 years, the business community has been collecting new unwrapped toys and food in support of the Christmas hamper program for the Tri-Region community.
For the kids.
For the kids. And the collection day is this Friday at Western Star Trucks North.
Oh, I am so excited about this because we collect like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of toys to give to kids who don't get much at Christmas.
The business community really comes together for this, and it's fantastic.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about what it's going to look like on Friday.
So on Friday, starting at 1 p.m., you can stop by Western Star Trucks North to donate either a new unwrapped toy, gift cards, or food.
Yep.
We have a Festival of Trees, Cam, so people can walk through the beautiful Festival of Trees.
This year.
This is a first.
Yep,
and in
Festival
fact,
of Trees.
our guest this year has a tree in the Festival of Trees, so we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yep.
And then we're going to do a little fun networking event starting at 5 to celebrate the holiday season, at which time we're going to live auction off some of those trees.
That's going to be phenomenal. So if you haven't got your Christmas tree yet, maybe you've been lagging behind a little bit. And you know what? I was at Michael's on the weekend picking up our Christmas tree for Gen X. And you know what? They didn't have any Christmas trees left.
I know, they're going fast.
I know. So if you're one of those people who have waited too long, you need to come on Friday and bid on a tree and take it home.
That's right.
It'll be all decorated, everything.
It's perfect.
And we are auctioning off one more thing that I think is absolutely incredible.
Well, I sure hope it is. So, Cam, you and I are auctioning off lunch with us.
With you and me.
Yeah,
that's
the
right.
podcast
You
hosts.
can bid on having lunch with Jennifer and Cam.
That's right, 5-course.
5-course meal. One of them's all you can eat. It's going to be phenomenal.
It will.
And so, hey, all the money goes to the kids. All the money. I personally think we're worth a lot of money. I hope everybody else does too, so that we can raise a bucket load of money for the kids.
Even if they don't, Cam, be charitable.
Yeah, that's right. Just be charitable and
Give
feel
to the
sorry
kids.
for us.
Yeah.
And you know what? When we have lunch with you, you can ask us anything you want.
That's right.
Almost. But anything you want.
It'll be great.
It'll be fun. And if you live close enough, we'll pick you up.
Maybe.
But if you live far away, you're on your own. But anyway, nonetheless, hey, listen, it's going to be a great day on Friday. So let's get into it today because I'm really excited about our guest. Jennifer, introduce our guest.
So, Cam, our guest is another fantastic, here we go with the word again, Atchisonite.
Yes.
Yes.
Atchisonite.
Yes.
Yes.
So I am so pleased that she has agreed to come on. So I'd like to introduce Reina VanGenderen, the owner of VanGenderen Canada.
Right on. Reina, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, good to have you. We're excited that you're here.
We sure are. So let's kick it off. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? Because it wasn't in Canada.
No, I grew up in the Netherlands or Holland. And I lived there till I was in my 30s.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Holland.
Yes.
The place of dikes and windmills.
Yeah.
You got those? Okay, so before
and wooden shoes.
wooden shoes and tulips.
I forgot about the wood
And
and tulips. You guys have a lot going for you. That's unbelievable. Okay, before we go any further, I'm going to ask you, I don't. Why are you laughing? You
because
know what I'm going to
I
ask.
know.
Is this story true about the little boy who stuck his finger in the dike so that Holland didn't get flooded?
Yes, that story is absolutely true.
Come on.
Yeah,
That
it
blows
wasn't
me away.
a little boy though,
No.
but it was somebody.
But it was
that-
somebody stuck their finger in the dike.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Till help came. Yeah.
All right, because those of us who are a little bit older, we read that story when we were kids, and now I know that's true. Anyway, that's just kind of a side note. So tell us a little bit about growing up in Holland. What was that like?
For me, it was normal.
Yeah.
Because that was all I knew, and I just. When I compare it to Canada, it's not that different.
Right.
You know, like we had even snow.
Oh,
But
okay.
back then, the winters were like a bit more severe. So we
Right.
had snow. We had like ice. We could skate on
Okay.
rivers and canals.
On the
But-
canals?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
How,
did that.
how many people live in Holland?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot on a very small.
That's the best answer
Well,
yet.
you know what? Canada
Yeah.
is so spread out.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
are. That's why
And
I'm
Alberta
asking,
is spread
because-
out.
Yeah.
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 Let's say it this way: there's about 18 million people living in a 40th of Alberta.
Really?
Yes.
40th. So is it crowded? Is it?
Yep.
Yep, very crowded. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and very organized.
That's incredible.
Very organized. Yeah.
Wow.
So, what did your parents do growing up? What did your mom and dad do?
My dad was a police officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, in Holland.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my mom was growing up. She helped her parents in a dairy store.
Okay.
They had they were the milkman that came
Yeah.
to the
Okay.
door, and
Wow.
she helped with that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't have that anymore. They don't come to the door no more. But
No.
anyways, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Yeah.
And did you have siblings, brothers and sisters?
I have 3, and they are still alive. So.
And where are you in the order?
I'm the youngest.
You're the
s-
youngest.
spoiled
So you got
youngest.
spoiled.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
the
Good for
spoiled
you.
child.
Yeah. they can they can
No,
agree
I say
on
that because
Yeah.
everybody knows I'm an only child and I got spoiled. And I think the spoiled people need to stick together because people get mad at it. But listen, we deserve to be spoiled. Anyway. So you're the spoiled one. That's
So,
great.
are they all still over in
Yeah.
Holland?
Yeah.
Okay.
All like my husband and my family are all in
in
Holland. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you went to high school there, and then you did post secondary in
Yeah.
the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And what did you decide to do?
I decided to become an elementary school teacher. Yeah.
Wow.
Which I did until I switched to cranes.
Okay. We'll get
Teacher
into,
to cranes.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll get into that in just a second. You taught what grade?
Mostly grade 3.
Grade 3.
Grade
Okay,
three.
good. Yeah,
Yes.
grade 3. And that was good? You liked that?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
all right? Those
Yeah.
little grade 3ers?
Yeah. The kids were fun.
The kids were fun. Okay.
Yeah.
So that begs the question then, how did you get from
Well,
grade 3 teaching
Yes.
to cranes?
and
Yeah.
in Canada,
In
no
Canada.
less.
Yeah, so
tell
give us
us
a little
that
bit of the
story.
journey there.
That's quite the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to start with meeting my husband, whose life and breath was cranes
Right.
already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back then, he was part of a family company in the Netherlands, and we met, we dated, we got married, and I was growing into the crane business with him. And then we had never taken a trip, like a summer trip. We
Right.
always allowed ourselves to go ski
Oh, yeah.
one week every winter, and that was it. And then we decided we wanted to go on a trip, and it became us Canada.
Okay.
So we visited Canada
Yeah.
in the year 2000.
Where did you come to? Where did
We,
you?
we flew to Calgary
Ah,
and did a little
okay.
RV trip
Yeah.
to Vancouver Island.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, beautiful.
We fell actually in love
Yeah.
with the country and with the people and with the space.
Yeah, yeah. So we're a little more wide open. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we decided to apply for a visa, and
Yeah.
we knew that whole process was going to be lengthy. So it could be up to 2 years.
Right. So would you say that was more of a business decision or just a lifestyle
A
change?
lifestyle change,
Yeah,
I would say.
okay.
Yeah. And but then stuff got like sped up. How do I explain the whole process? Like there was a company here in this area that decided to buy a crane that was manufactured in the Netherlands, and that they. They heard that we had immigration plans, and they wanted to go somebody with that crane that was an expert,
That knew that crane,
knew
operating, training people, repairing it.
I'm going to interrupt you a little bit because people, when they think of cranes, we think of what we see on the truck or those large boom cranes, or the cranes that you guys operate are different. Explain to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, they're a bit different. They're actually the combination of like an all-terrain crane and a tower crane.
Okay.
So the crane folds up fully on a truck,
right,
and can go over the road. And then when it comes to a work site, it's is set up in 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then functions as a tower crane.
Right. There's a name for this type of crane, isn't there?
Yeah, that's the brand name. That's called Spearings.
Spearings. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so it's the kind of crane that isn't necessarily a straight out boom crane.
No.
It can act. It goes up horizontally and then moves vertically.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Which gives the advantage in what way?
In the way that it has a very small footprint.
Right.
And it can like bring up something on a pretty high roof,
Yeah.
like very far in, without having to struggle with that angle that another all-terrain crane,
right,
or like a hydraulic crane, has. So
yeah.
And so when you came to Canada, your husband obviously was sought after because he knew that crane.
Yeah.
He knew how to work that crane. He knew how to fix that crane. It sounds like it was almost a niche kind of specialty.
Yes.
So there were probably very few people that knew how to do that. But you didn't necessarily settle in this area right away. You did, but then you moved.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So where did you move?
Yeah, so we came in 2003 with basically attachment of that crane. And then in 2005 already we moved to Fort McMurray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in the crane business there.
Did you have your own business in Fort McMurray?
We started it later on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long did you live in Fort McMurray?
About 18 years.
18 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so what did you think of like living in Fort McMurray versus, coming from the Netherlands?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
To be honest, like me and my family, we all loved living there.
Yeah.
It was a small community. Like everybody looks out for each other very much there, because nobody has family there. Like everybody is from somewhere.
That's true, though, isn't it, about
true.
Fort
And
McMurray?
a lot of Newfoundlanders come to Fort McMurray. Well, people from everywhere.
Everywhere.
Really, to work in the oil sands.
We have friends from everywhere
Yes.
around the world.
Yeah. So it was a melting pot of people.
Yeah.
So.
Like we got very close, like with our church family. We call them family because that was all we had there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow, and you liked Fort McMurray?
Yeah.
Nice place to live.
Yeah.
It's interesting because people tell me that. Like when we think Fort McMurray, I don't know if I'd ever want to live there, but everybody who's lived in Fort McMurray says they love it.
Absolutely.
It's a great place to live.
Yeah, it is.
And it must be because part of it, the big part of it, the community
yes.
sense.
Everybody looks out for each other, and you kind of have to make it work.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that.
Sure.
You have the feeling you're remote.
Yeah.
So you want to make.
Yeah.
You want to make it something.
You want to make it something.
Yeah,
and see,
exactly. I like that.
I think anybody up there working in business, and especially entrepreneurial,
Yes.
that's it,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's the true Albertan way, is
I
it
think
not?
so. Yeah, I know. I agree, and I think you find your community and you want to build within your community, and those become. I like what you said, Reina. They're friends now. They're family. They're family now. So I think that's pretty cool. So you started your own business in Fort McMurray. Tell us a little bit about that. What brought that upon? Just woke up one morning and said, we're going to have our own crane.
Just to refer back to Jennifer, the entrepreneurial spirit was still there, right?
Yeah.
And we felt it was time. It was the right time. Yeah.
That's great.
The economy was booming, and it was just it was the right time and place and
good place
circumstances.
To be. Yeah. Because these cranes are unique, aren't they?
Yeah, and so we did not start with those cranes.
Oh, okay.
Like the company that owned them, we bought it from them
right.
at a certain point, and yes, we now the only 2 cranes in North America of that brand,
Is that
of the
right?
Spearings brand, and we have a very exciting new thing to announce because the bigger version is on its way from the Netherlands. Yes.
Breaking news again,
It's
Ken.
coming to Atchison. Yeah, breaking news.
It's Atchison
That's
breaking
right.
news.
The heart of downtown Atchison wants
love-
to
we
announce.
love giving breaking
That's
news.
right. So it's coming from where?
The Netherlands?
From the
It's coming
Netherlands
from the Netherlands
to Atchison.
to Atchison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And when is the expected arrival date?
Well, the expected arrival date was already a couple weeks
Okay.
ago.
It's not coming Canada Post, is
Okay,
it?
now we're sounding like Canada Post.
Yes,
we
it
sent
sounds-
it Canada
yeah,
on strike, so it'll be a
Oh,
while.
there were lots of strikes that involved this too.
Right.
There were strikes in the harbor.
Oh, that yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And then there was quite some hiccups, but
Sure.
we're happy to announce it is in Canada,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it's not,
Not
here
quite here
yet.
Not here yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's some holdups.
But I think that's exciting. But before we kind of go, so you were in Fort McMurray. You started your own business. Were you there for the fires?
Yes, we were there
How
during the fires.
Tell us, that must have been something else, eh?
Yeah, that was quite the story.
Did you
Yeah.
lose your house? Did you?
No, our house
you
was
were
fine.
Good?
Yeah.
But you
Wow.
had to evacuate,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
That's
Were you?
incredible.
Was your family one of those? It just seemed like everything was so.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's here, and you have to
You
go.
have to go.
Were
It
you?
was really scattered. I was
Yeah.
actually subbing at school when everybody had to evacuate.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I stayed as one of the last ones there,
Oh,
and actually there was a couple kids that could not get picked up because their parents could not come to the
They
school.
couldn't get
So
there.
I said, they live in my area. So I put them all in my vehicle. I phoned the parents first to say,
Yeah.
hey, shall I? So my vehicle was full with kids that did not belong to me, and then I was one of the last ones getting through a certain
Wow.
road
Yeah.
before it got closed, so I could drop those kids all off with their parents.
Isn't that
Really,
amazing?
that's
but
incredible.
there have been teachers, but also other people that
Sure,
ended
sure,
up with
yeah.
total strangers
Yes.
in other areas.
That I just have to say, like you telling that, it gives me a little bit of chills because I think it's just amazing how you and others would just chip in to do that. Like just you recognize what needed to happen, and yet you were in the midst of
Yeah.
something terrible, and you knew what you had to do. Like,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
And so,
Wow.
how old were your kids at the time? Because you must have thought about your family as well as you're
'cause
helping these other
we were
kids.
kind of scattered too. The kids were like some were in high school, other
Yeah.
in elementary. So the ages, I think, but somewhere between 7 and 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you all got out. Everything
We
was
all
okay.
got out.
And that's
Yeah, it
amazing.
took us 6 hours to get from our house to the border of the city.
Wow.
Yeah, and it took us like 13 hours to get at our friend's farm in Stony Plain.
Wow.
Yeah,
That and just leaving everything and not
Yeah.
knowing must
No.
have been just
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Incredible.
yeah.
Okay, so wow, what an experience. Obviously not many have gone through that, but you started something in Fort McMurray. What brought you to Atchison?
Well, the business itself, and those cranes are more or less construction cranes.
Yes.
So there is more, like the work field is bigger here in the Edmonton area.
Right.
For us, and that brought us here. Plus, we have a nice facility here
Yeah.
to work from in Atchison. So
Zone 3,
Zone
beautiful
3 in
location.
Atchison.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And I find it interesting because there's no short supply of crane companies in Atchison.
no,
Like
every corner of the street,
Every
right?
corner of the street has a crane company.
That's a great way to put it. Every quarter, there's a crane company. People say, "What is your industrial? What's the big thing in your industrial park?" Cranes. I think cranes. Yeah. So I find that interesting
Yeah.
that you would come to Atchison, and was there a specific reason you chose Atchison? Did you know at the time there was like a crane company on every corner, or
Well, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
But no, this was also again the right place and
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
and it's so close to
yeah,
the highway.
Yes,
and
it's
to
a
the
great
city.
location.
It really
Atchison
is,
is
yeah.
a great location.
And what about the obviously there's a lot of crane companies. What about the relationship? Like, are crane companies tight knit? Do you not talk to each other? Do you hate each other? Do you like get mad at each other? Do you
Maybe all of the above.
maybe
No,
okay, the honesty of that is great. I love that.
but we
That's
have a good relationship
Sure.
with all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
there's- Yeah.
I like that. You work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you here, and you work together. I
Yeah.
think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So you moved to Atchison. This is where you really started your business. How was that? Was that tough? Was it tough going? Was it? I mean, starting your own business is never easy. We know that.
Yeah.
But how's that
Yeah,
been?
yeah, you have to get out and
Yeah.
put yourself on the map again, and
Sure.
yeah, and show off
Yeah.
the nice product you
yes.
have.
Yeah.
And you had a unique product.
Yes.
So
yeah.
bit
Yeah.
of a niche there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's catching on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
we're thankful for that.
And it's
yeah.
exciting to hear about your new crane. That's pretty
Yes,
incredible.
We're very excited about that.
Yeah. So that'll
Yeah.
take you to another level,
Yes,
I would think.
for sure.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
There was we had a job last week that needed to happen with that one, and
Yeah.
we could not
do it yet.
We had to bring one of those big all-terrain cranes in
Okay.
to be able to do the job, but it would have been so much easier
Yeah,
to
had you
use
been
this
here.
one. Yeah.
Right. So whoever's delivering the crane, hurry up. That's all we have to say. Get it over here. They need it now. Yeah. So
But I think like so many businesses, especially out in Atchison, your business is a bit of a family business. So
Yes.
talk to us about that.
yeah,
Who's involved?
To start with, it's mom and pop, of
Yes.
course.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it's my husband and I do. Like we were the only ones for a long time, and
Right.
we have some children involved.
yeah.
One does administration, and another one is a mechanical engineer technician. So that works out very well in the
Yeah.
shop. And then some other children lend their help with some computer
Yeah.
based services, and and
Give us
then
the
we can
pro-
always use labor.
Yeah, yeah. You and everyone else out here at Atchison. Give us the pros and cons of a family business. Let's start with the pros. What are the pros of a family business?
The pros is like it's our life, it's our
Yeah.
it's our pride, it's like something we work for as a team,
Yeah.
and I can't even think of another lifestyle
Right.
at all.
Right.
But yeah.
What are the cons? Are there any?
Well, I would say like it never stops.
It doesn't
Yeah.
stop. Yeah.
Yeah. It's your life.
It's the talk at the supper table. It's it's yeah.
So wait,
Yeah.
I because when we met before, and you have to share this with us. When you met your future husband,
Yes.
he told you a line about
Yeah.
cranes before you got married, so you knew what you were getting into. Share what he told you because I
Okay.
think it's fantastic.
Sorry, Adrian, but I have to share it.
Adrian, she's saying it with a smile
With-
on her
with
face.
love.
Yeah, she's with love. We feel the love.
That is
Yeah.
still love. He said, "Sorry, honey, cranes come first."
Yeah.
Cranes come first.
Cranes come first.
So he gave me the choice.
Yeah.
Shall I repeat what I said?
Please, yes.
I was so madly in love that
Yes,
I decided to
that's-
give it a go.
That's the part I liked right there. I was so madly in love, I decided to give it a go. Yeah, I love that. That's great.
And it, like you said, it's become such a part of who you are. It's become a part of who your family is, and
Yeah.
it's your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty amazing. You know, a lot of people who listen to us are in family businesses, and there are pros and cons for sure. And when I hear your story, I just think it's amazing. I can just tell that this is your family. This is
Yeah.
what you do, and
Yeah.
that's what makes you strong.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we feel too. It's
Yeah.
like a force.
Sure.
Yeah.
And not all your kids are in the family business, and you're okay with that.
Yeah, they some do their own
Yeah.
thing, or they all do their own thing. They
Yeah.
all have their choice,
Yes.
right?
Sure.
But yeah, there is all kinds of
Yeah.
like we didn't even share how many we have, but
That's
there's,
right.
there's,
Tell us, how
there's
many-
5 children.
Five
in the
children,
family,
aged
so,
from right now.
15 up to 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 5
Yeah.
children. And Are they all living at home? Or are some married? Or no,
and they are. They're basically also scattered over the world.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Most are in this area, but we have one living in the Netherlands, following a biology study there.
Right.
And in the new year, another daughter is going there to work actually at this same crane factory.
Really?
That's where our crane is coming from.
Is that right?
Yeah. So talk
that's
about
kinda
full
cool.
circle.
Full circle. I love that.
That's kind of cool.
It
It's
is.
too bad she's not there now, that she could expedite the crane getting over here, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
Well, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's something. You guys must be exciting for you.
That is very exciting.
Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. And then we have one that is into computer programming,
Yep.
and also here in Edmonton. And then we spoke about the third daughter that's
Yes.
working in the office with me.
Right.
And we have a high schooler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really something. So, you've told us about the new crane that's coming. That's obviously a big thing. What's the future of the company? Where do you want to go? What's the dream?
Besides retirement, what's
Yeah,
the
is
dream?
Doesn't sound like you're going to retire anytime soon. That's the thing.
The retirement is. We don't even know what that would look like. It will probably involve cranes.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Everyone would go golfing. You'd go look at cranes.
Yeah, without cranes, there's no life.
Yeah.
For Adrian, anyways. But
Sure.
the dream is to be like the provider of choice, like especially with this type of crane. But we have more cranes than only those experienced cranes. We have a fleet with we basically can offer everything.
And you have how many employees? You have
We have about I would say we're about with 12, like everybody
Employees, okay.
included. Yeah.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And just in terms of economy and things that are going on in Alberta, is the crane business good right now? Do you feel the economy is in a good place in Alberta, or
It's okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like of course we had the boom years,
Yes.
and then we have we had the not so great
Yes.
times, but it's in an upward figure.
Well, and hopefully the new crane is going to bring in. What's the heaviest thing you ever lifted? What? Is that a dumb question?
No, it's
because
not.
I think of
It's not.
cranes and I think, what is the heaviest?
It's
thing?
not dumb at all.
I know.
But if I mention now something, I probably forget
Right,
what it really
yeah.
was.
But because obviously your cranes are very niche and they're used specifically for certain things, and you explained that a little bit. But I always wonder, what is the heaviest thing they've ever had to lift onto a roof or onto somewhere? Yeah, incredible.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, time has flown.
It has.
This has been great.
Yeah.
So we have one final question that we ask all of our guests. What is the best piece of advice you've been given, either personally or professionally, that you carry with you to this day?
I would say that you should always stay true to yourself. Don't pretend that you're a different person. Don't pretend that. Be honest.
Yeah.
That brings you everywhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you cannot do something, be humble about that too.
Yeah.
But our motto is we never say no, except it's no problem.
It's no problem. I like that. That's fantastic. That's great.
That
I think
is.
we need to write that one. That's really good. That's fantastic.
It is. And such great advice for at any point in your life, right?
Yeah. What a journey. I love hearing your story. I love your journey. I think it's fascinating. And again, lots of people who listen to our podcast around the world are business people, some of them in family businesses, just like yours. And I would hope, and I think it will, that your story will again just ignite some passion and some excitement again of the family business. Because I believe it's the backbone of who we are, is our family businesses. And we admire them in Atchison.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
been great.
It has.
And hey, everybody. Don't forget, this Friday, Western Star Trucks, the toys for kids, and the lunch auctioning off me and Jennifer. That sounds kind of weird. Auctioning off me and Jennifer for lunch for the kids. And you know what? It is. I know that this is really dear to our heart, and as a podcast and as the ABA, there's a lot of kids that just don't get to celebrate Christmas the way a lot of us do. And so, hey, let's all come together and let's try and make and give them a super great Christmas.
Absolutely. And one more thing we need from Reina.
Yes.
Where can people find you?
Yes.
If they're looking
That's right.
for a crane, Reina, what's
is there
your
a
web?
www out there somewhere?
We have a www.
Yeah.
We shortened our name, though.
Okay.
It's vgcanada.com.
vgcanada.com.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, was there people from your company in the coffee shop this morning? I thought I saw some VG trucks out there.
That is very well possible.
Could be having a good, nice
In
coffee.
beautiful downtown
In beautiful
Atchison.
downtown Atchison. I'm like, I know those people. I don't know them, but I recognize. Anyway, fantastic. Well, thank you, everybody. It's been a great edition of another ABA Coffee in the Park. Make sure that you tell people about our podcast. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors. If you don't have any friends, make one so you can tell them about it too. Tell your enemies, tell everybody. And you can get this podcast wherever you get your podcasts or at www.atchisonbusiness.com. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. See you next week.